Today in this tutorial, let us make a small, nice looking schedule organizer using C coding and also the fscanf and also the fprintf program. So what I've actually made here is that I've got this debug.exe file, and don't worry about the output, it's just nothing. But if I see in the input, I can see that I have just made my own notes using this my daily schedule, that I would say. And you've got this note and some flag numbers that I have actually put in order to complete this. So there is one, like, do my homework, play the piano, do some programming, and I've just put some notes right here. So how the program just works is that I just actually scan the words from the first letter, and after this is complete, nothing is on the other side. I go to the other line and I see some flags right here, 0 or 1. So if it's 0, status will be incomplete, which basically is, well, it's supposed to be complete. Status is incomplete when I just put 0 on. If it's complete, I just put a 1, and it will automatically just change into a complete status. And also, there are some notes that I have actually did. Now, what I've just actually did was to actually just give a little bit of a nice, like old style, matrix style, text, I don't know, printing using the file scanf. I was thinking that it'll be just a little bit useful while just doing all this activity in order to give you a big step to actually go to fscanfs and fprintfs. So what I basically did was, it's basically like this: do my homework, status complete, status complete, status complete, and I haven't got anything on the notes because I have put something that's wrong. So yeah, that's gonna be status completed. So after that, well, just gonna be do my homework, and you can see that it's just typing one character at a time at a matter of 0.6 or 5 seconds, something like that. So I flagged a 1 each, everything. So I got status complete, and I got a note right here. So this command that I have actually put was that if I type reload, it's gonna reload everything again, because as it's doing this thing, maybe I would say oh, and also don't forget to, I don't know, pack my stuff. I'm just gonna do that, and I'm just gonna have incomplete, and I'm just gonna save, and after I do that, I can just reload right here, and it will just basically load what that I had done right here. So prepared. Oh, and also don't forget to pack my stuff. Computers are always innocent. So yeah, that's how you do it. But however, this is inconvenient because you have to open your notepad, and when you do all this stuff, you gotta just type it all along. On the next update, I'll just actually make it as we're going to do everything in the console. But however, this is just some kind of like an introduction. So we're not going to end deep, delve into the mysteries of files program. So I'll just end this, and so let's program it. So what you're going to use are basically, I think, four of the include header file statements. So first of all, most programming, C programming lessons, you do the the header file of standard input output, and you do an include of standard library. That's what I just heard. Include, we're gonna have a time header file, and we're just gonna have include Windows header file in order to do something, and we're gonna include a string header file, and I think that's basically gonna be it. We don't need a C type, so yeah, so do 1 2 3. Yeah, we're gonna do 5 include statements, and we're gonna just do int main, and basically we're just gonna have a while statement that's gonna basically reload every single thing. So we're gonna have integer I, basically for the for statement, integer j, integer n, which is gonna, we're gonna define it, but yeah, integer 0, and character of, let's say, I don't know, notes of 100 out of 1000. So basically this is going to be there will be 100 notes that can fit 1000 characters. So yeah, that's gonna be it. So character, oh no, we're gonna have an integer again, integer stat, okay, stat of maybe 100. So there are 100 stats that can fit in. And okay, let's see. Now I've just programmed this, and we need yeah, length, and we need commands. Yes, so we need command. Okay, that's basically worth nothing. Command and length, which maximizes into maybe 1000 characters, because we have to make it the same as it. You'll understand why next. And basically, yeah, that's gonna be it. Yep, that's gonna be it. And also file of, we're just gonna put an in, so in, and file in, and file out. So yeah, put this in correct. Yeah. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do. And also we're going to put a while statement right here from the beginning. And also we're going to just put a fopen statement. And you're going to say, some smart guy will say, "Oh, hey, this is way too labor. Why won't you do f-reopen?" So that you could just do an f, and not putting fscanf or fclose. You could just do a vanilla file, and also a vanilla console-like command. But like right here, we have to actually separate into these print file consoles and also the file writing consoles. So we gotta just separate them each and not define it into just one clear statement that we have to actually write everything into a file. So we're just gonna put an fopen, even though this is a little bit complicating. So we're just gonna fopen, and we're gonna have, I don't know, you can call it whatever you want, my notes. But for my vanilla statement, I'm just gonna put an input.txt right here, and we're gonna make it as a read statement. And yeah, that's gonna be it. No stdin. So yeah, we're just gonna have only one input txt, and that's gonna be readable. And also we are going to put an scanf. So like we have to first get the notes right here. That's all, including space and also these bunch of characters. So we cannot put in fscanf because fscanf ends on the space. So I could only get do instead of my homework. So yeah, this is going to be non-legit, let's say non-legit statement of fscanf. So what we're gonna do is get the get string statement. So fget string. So fget string basically gets every single thing that is on the line that it's gonna define. So it's gonna do every single thing that basically includes spaces, and when it just hits the enter statement, so where there's, I don't know, nothing on here, also no space, just gonna wait, sorry. So it's gonna basically homework. So this is gonna basically be the statement of, oh, I'm gonna end this and I'm gonna move to another command. So yeah, that's gonna be yeah, this is legit. So we're gonna put notes, basically notes, and maximum of 1000 characters. So this is maximum, not minimum 1000 characters. You have to put, not that you have to put all 1000 characters, including every single thing. No, it's not. It's just maximum. So when you reach 1000 characters, or when you go above, it won't basically get everything until 1,000 characters. You supposed to get what I'm saying, I think. And we're just gonna, basically, where we're going to load is going to be the, in. Oh, and I've noticed that I have to put in, I think. Oh, no. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, this is, yeah, it's tiring. You can see my clock. It's, GBT, wait, no, it's like Eastern Pacific time, I think, of 11:56 p.m., so, yeah. I gotta digest my own stomach right here because I've ate my dinner at 10, which is not normal. So yeah, I'm just doing my own tutorial stuff right here. So we're gonna put it in. So this is basically a file that I'm gonna put. So file in is basically we're gonna just load every single thing that's based on input.txt, and we're gonna put it in right here. Yeah, that's gonna be it. And we're going to put a for statement. I'm just going backwards and going back again. Of n. Yeah, fn equals 0. We're going to define it again, even though it's stupid. And n plus plus. Clear this space thing. And yeah, this is going to be really, really laboring. So what we have actually done is that we're just gonna count every single thing. We do not know how our users and other how our users gonna put every single thing. Is it going to be a kilobyte of notepad space, or is it going to be just only 2 bytes? So we have to put as some kind of a variable-like restriction without any other minor restrictions that's going to make the users inconvenient. So that is why we're just gonna have only the count and with no limitations. It can be unlimited. So yeah, that's gonna be basically the count of everything. So we're gonna get the notes, and as it goes to enter, we have to reach to here. So this is an integer. So we're gonna have to do an fscanf because it's legit. Only one character left. So fscanf, let me just save it. Fscanf, fscanf of, what was it? Fscanf, yeah, fscanf in, yeah. So fscanf of n of %d, and also we're just gonna put a stat right here, and stat of n. Yeah, so that's basically what we're gonna do. And also we have to put a restriction, because the for has infinite readables, but what if the notes like ends in some kind of way? So we have to actually define it. We cannot load anything that's just blank. So we have to put, say we're gonna break the loop. We're gonna have to break the loop. So how do we break the loop? We have to make an if statement. So if fscanf is greater than 1, the value of 1 is smaller than the value of 1, sorry, we're going to put a break statement. So what does this mean? Hey token, what does this mean? Why is it smaller than n? And what is this? I don't understand. So we have to I said that we have to basically make a break statement. So let's get it for a real-time show. Let's say that right in here in my notes, I gotta put I have only one number right here, one number each. Or just one number without a space, or one number without any other thing. One integer. So I have to actually define my own customized restriction. So okay, if a number is actually smaller than the existence of a number, let's say I have just nothing right here. I have nothing. So that's basically nothing is smaller than 1, right? Because it's 0, because I have no numbers. Nothing is smaller than 1. then it's going to end. It's going to break my own reading passage right here. So let's say, oh, I'm done reading, because there is actually no number and my readable has 0 readables, and 0 readables means it's smaller than 1. So yeah, that basically meets the restrictions of the if statement, resulting to be the loop break system. So yeah, you get the point. So for example, what if I have %d%d? This is a total of 2 numbers, right? With including the space. So let's say that why does it keep going like this? Let's say that I have 1 and 2 right here. This means that I have 2 numbers, right? Even though it's something else. I have 2 numbers. Or 11 or 21. Even though it's above 1 or 2, it is still 2 numbers, right? 11, 21, 2 separate integers. But if I combine them, well, it was just 1 integer. You get the point, right? The spaces, the remarkable spaces. So how should I restrict that? I need to have 2 numbers existing on my line. So that means I have to put, if my input is smaller than 2, it's going to break apart. So even though it has a number, but it still doesn't have 2 numbers without a space, it's still going to break off. It's still going to break my loop. So it's only going to be do my homework and plus that. And it's not going to even play the piano, because there are no 2 numbers. It's just only 1 number. So you get the point, right? So we're just going to basically restrict to 1 again. We're not going to put it as this. We're going to flag it on a different way. And we have put the break statement right here. Now what's next? So after we have put the break statements, I'm just going to put a space right here. You'll know why. After the break right here, we have to actually put the printing thing. We have to make it as the nice matrix style, just like this. We have to actually make 1 character at a time. So that means we cannot have a %s, which is a string, because it only does do chunks, and chunks. We have to actually do a nice fade in and fade out kind of thing. So that means we have to do character by character. So let's make that. So after we have gotten our notes right here, so notes of n, okay, and yes, that's. After that, we have to put a nice old for statement again, saying that if I equals 0 and I is greater than n, I is plus, and what now? And for j equals 0, j is greater than something. So we're going to put it like this, and j is going to be like this. So we're going to just say again, hey, Token, why did you put this as a blank? Now I'm just going to tell you why did I put this blank. We have missed the length right here. We have missed the length. So what are we going to put in length? So as we're going to actually loop into these characters, let me get my note. As we loop into these characters, we're going to put like a character by character, including the spaces. So then what should I have? I need to have some kind of looping statement, as it goes like, oh, type 1 character, type 1 character, type 1 character, type 1 character, of how many times. So I have to actually give a little bit of a restriction. How many times, man? How many times? So that's why I have to put a string length. I have to define a string length. How many letters do my line contain? So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 14 characters on my line, this line. So then I have to actually make j go until 14 characters, go until 14 loops, based on the example of my own line, which is do my homework. But however, the users aren't just going to put do my homework, only do my homework. It's just gonna have more characters, such as my notes right here. It's gonna be more characters, or maybe much more smaller characters. So how do I define that to become a flexible statement? That is how we're just going to put a length statement. So we're just gonna define our length of each list right here. So after we get get string, we're going to have a length. So length of n, which is going to be an array. So length of 1, so length of 1, length of 2, length of 3, so this kind of list. So length of n is equal to string length, or str length, of notes of n. So this is going to say, okay, how many characters do my line currently has? So it's just going to input. So, for do my homework, if notes of n is do my homework, it's just going to state that, how many lines? It's got 14. How many characters? It's got 14 characters. So that's why I gotta put 14, the value of 14, the integer of 14, into the length, integer len of n. It's a variable of len of n. So it's len of n is going to have the number, or the integer of 14. So it's gonna come back. It's gonna go to the for statement right here. And it's gonna say that, hey, it's just gonna be len of I. So it's gonna be a len of I. So why is it I? Because it's just going to be a looping statement. So that's why it's just going to be the I. Why not n? Because n is the maximum number. N is the maximum number. So what if your notes? What if your notes go to about 100 lists? 100 lists. So it's got like 100 lines, or maybe 200 lines, including the numbers. So what if it was 200 lines? So that will make the n to be 200. So I'm just gonna only define the len that is located on the 200th section, not from the 0th section. You get what I'm talking about, right? I have to go until the start and to the end, but I am just ending at the end statement. So yeah, that's just going to be it. So we are going to have an I, just start from 0 and keep looping until it goes. After that, we're going to have a printf. Basically, on the console, we're not going to have a file printf. On the console, we're going to put a %c of notes of I. Notes of I. So yeah, why is it I again? Because it has to go from the start into the end. You cannot just start at the end, because n defines the end at the resulting command after all of this. So after I, we have to define the where it's located in. So what I mean is that I have my, let's say, okay, so it's notes. Let's say I have I and J right here, and you're gonna say, I have no idea. I have no idea. So then you're gonna say that, okay, so in this here, I have 100 notes that fits 1,000 characters, right? I have defined that. So this is like, what note am I defining? Is it note 1? Is it note 2? Is it note 100? Is it note 99? I do not know. So that's why I have to put the statement of I. So if I is 0, that means it's defining note 0. So note 0, let me just go to the example of my input right here. Note 0 is this line, do my homework. So note 0 is do my homework. do my homework. And now I have to just, this is the whole string if I do not define the other one right here. Define the whole thing. But that does not meet the conditions of a character. A character is going by one. It's going one by one. So D, O, space, M, Y, space. So what I have to do is I have to divide each and each by one kind of restriction. I have to put a colon right here. I have to put a colon that is located, okay, what character do I have to define? So if I have 0, 0, it's basically defining the D right here. If I have note of 1, excuse me, it is the O right here. If I have, I don't know, a 2, it's going to be the space, and so on until it reaches the maximum length. So the maximum length will be 14. So 14 will be the K, I think. I'm presuming. No, wait. Okay. Yeah. 13 will be the K, because when it starts by 0, it's going to end on 14. So we're going to minus 1. So 13 is the K right here, the end statement. So how do you define this kind of colon? We're going to put a J statement right here. The J. So that's why we have actually put the J statement. So as J goes on and prints the character, as J increases, the notes will define what character will it put. So as it increases, the line that notes contains is going to actually gradually move forward. So as like a D-O space, M-Y space, H-O-M-E, and W-O-R-K. It's going to go gradually as it adds on because of J. So that's why J is important to this kind of character statement. So after that, we're going to put a status. So we're gonna have a so if we're gonna put an if stat of I. So we're gonna start from 0, not from the maximum. Stat of I is equal to 1. So if this is a status complete, we're going to put a printf of a status. We're going to put tab 1 tab status complete. So yeah, that's just going to be it. Make sure to indent the line. Not indent, I mean just give a little bit of enter space, WN. Backslash n. Else if stat of I is equal to 0, we're gonna put a print file of status tab incomplete, and also a backslash n. Yeah, so this is going to be the if statements right here, and we're just going to put an else right here. Printf number %d of n. We're going to have stats of I. So this is going to be the basic statements of this comparing thing. If it is 1, print a complete sign. If it is 0, print an incomplete sign. If it is neither one, if it's not a 1 or 0, it's going to define as some kind of number. So if it's not 1 or 0, so like if it's 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 23, or even 20, it's just going to define as a number. It's going to define as a number. So yeah, it's not going to actually end it because there's a weird number. So we're just going to actually define it right here. And yeah, that's going to be it. And what do we do now? Now we got to do the thing, the reloading part. Sorry. So right here, if we do the thing, it's just going to keep going on and on, doing this old fancy Matrix thing, weird old vintage style, and we're gonna have the command right here, and reload. So it's gonna do the reload, and end. If I type end, it's gonna put a escape statement. So end is just gonna go it's gonna die out. So we gotta put that thing. So after the for statement, we're gonna do the print file of a nice enter space again. And after that, we're going to put a command right here. Command. We're going to put a command. And after a command, we're going to put the statement that's just going to be a So now what we're going to actually do for this is that we're going to actually give it a scanf around the console. So we're going to put a scanf of %s that relates to a command. So we have actually made the what was it? We have actually made that command, which is supposed to be state as a character that is worth about, say, 100 bytes of string. So we're just gonna have a scanf of a command right here, and don't forget to not put the and mark right here, because this is a string. Now and marks are only approved when you put a %c or a %d, and is only used to when you input only 1 byte or just one type of a character or an integer. If you want to have multiple kinds of characters, it is not recommended to actually put a and sign right at the in the input command. So on scanf, we had actually done that. Now that we have had the string command, we should not actually give it a switch, because switch is only compatible with only integers or only maybe characters. So it is not useful when you're trying to make it as a string. So what you're trying to do is that you're going to use the header file of a string header file, and string header file includes this thing called string compare. Now, what is string compare? String compare is when you actually compare, basically literally compare these two strings that I actually have. So let's just give it a little bit of go shot right here. So let's see if I have, let's do an if command. If I string compare the word reload into command, and if on string compare, if these two strings, if these two strings are clearly identical, it will send a value. It will send a flag integer value called 0. If it is not the same, so if the string wants to compare reload, however, the command variable itself contains a string called hello, well, that is clearly not identical. So that's why the string compare will send a flag integer value called a 1 right here. So we're going to say if the string compare sends a 0 when it's comparing the string of reload on with the command variable, well, it's going to do the whole function again. Or maybe yeah, that is basically it. Let me just check my own thing right here. Yeah, this is right. So, we're going to do a system CLS. So, what is system CLS? Now, basically, system CLS is basically located on the Windows header section right here, Windows header file. So, it is only compatible with Windows versions, not with the Mac or maybe not Linux versions. Although Linux includes the MS-DOS Windows compatible exe comparison files, but even though it doesn't actually necessarily have the Windows header file. I'm not pretty sure. I gotta take a look at it. But however, if you want a system CLS, that is actually, excuse me, quotations right here. CLS means to actually clear the screen, clear the whole screen. So if I have the DOS right here, and it just gives me all of this thing, as would be a kind of like a matrix style. After this, if I type reload, you can see that every single thing that exists in here is all cleared out, and it just does this thing all over again. Now, how do we do that? How do we make it as that? That is called system CLS, a system clear. We clear every single text file, text document that is just stained and polluted on the command section, on the console. So we're just clearing the console out. So that's that. And we're going to have another if statement of a string compare. So if I typed in on the command section, and it is also identical to the string of end of command, it's going to send a flag of 0. So we're saying that if the variable command is the same as a string of end, that means it's just going to have a break statement right here. It's going to have a break statement. So what is break on this section? Now, break means to actually break the loop of while right here. Break the loop of while. Because right in here, the break statement is not within of any other looping commands rather than the while command. So it's going to actually identify, well, if it's break, I do not have some kind of looping system located inside where break exists. So, okay, let's go a little bit further. Break's going to search through where is it located? Where is it located on the looping command? So, okay, let's see. Oh, it's on while command. So, break is located on the while looping section. So, we'll say, okay, I'll break the loop of a while section. And I'll go to this part. Which is basically the end of the integer main file. So yeah, that is basically it. But however, you may have to start looking at some things that we're not gonna have a little bit of errors right here. So let's take a look at I'll take a look at some kind of things. So this is open, and we're just gonna, let's see, compile it. A nice looking schedule organizer. So we've got only one variable of out, which is right here. So we can just erase out because it is not even used on this section. And right on here, we can just close the whole thing, basically. And let me just make a few adjustments. That's following in here. This, I don't know if CodeBlock is compatible, sorry, with this, the big colon marks, because like colon marks, basically, if there is a colon mark, some programs, they recognize as some kind of looping section, so they just only break the if statement and not the while statement. So for that cause, maybe I'll just leave it as non-colon state of break, which basically defines while much more easier. And also, on the file section, if we want to actually, if we have opened the text file, we should close it. So we gotta have an fclose. of in, and that's basically it. F close of in right here. Now we haven't added out, but that's for additional uses. So we have close in, and no errors, and that's pretty looking nice and good. And we're just going to add a nice little text file. So let's see, a nice looking schedule organizer. Brian Kim, new folder. So it's on Brian Kim's section. So if we go in here, I have here, and there must be a new folder. Oh, and there we are. We have something. We have something located on here. So we're gonna add a new text document. Say input, and we're gonna just edit this and say I don't know, test and I'll just do schedule 1. I don't know if I'm scared. I don't know if I'm like completing this completely. And 0. And I'm just gonna copy this thing. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. Okay. And I don't know, 2. Let's see. I know. I have a better choice to do this, but however, I'm just doing this recursively. Staying an arbitrary statement. 1, maybe 0, 1, 0. Okay. I'm gonna save it, and let's see if it works. Okay, so we have actually made this kind of thing, but however, there is no kind of matrix thing right here. If we just go on here, and just do this thing. Oh, where's the matrix thing? So where should we add the matrix thing? I assume that you have actually given a go at it for a long time, and you may have been clearly screaming at me while I'm doing this video, and hey, why did you put the sleep command? So let us try to do the sleep command for a while. So what is the sleep command? Sleep command comes directly from the time header file, and it basically wait, is sleep on Windows header file? I'm not sure. It's basically on Windows header file, or maybe time header file. I'm not sure about that. Basically, sleep, maybe 60. Sleep means to actually delay the whole program. So we will just actually wait for a few clicks. Wait for a few clicks. Now, clicks means that this is 0.06 seconds. It's 0.06 seconds. Basically, 0.06 seconds. You have to wait for 0.06 seconds. And after that, you're going to put a nice sleep here also. About 0.05 seconds. And yeah, that's going to be pretty basically it. So we're going to put some sleep commands right here. And it'll be a small good to go. And you see that it's going to have some kind of thing, and we got an incomplete, and an incomplete that is just recompiled by here. So if 0 incomplete, 1 complete, 0 1 0 incomplete, or complete or incomplete. So it has gone pretty easy. Now if I put a 1 right here, and if I put a note right here, note, be sure to bring the groceries. I don't know, like that, and do your homework. I would say that's gonna be an incomplete statement because I haven't done it. And let's say if I reload, it's gonna do this thing, and it's gonna basically reload everything. So yeah, so we have right here, bring the groceries and do your homework. And status is incomplete, and we're going to do another command if it's an end. Process return as 0, and it's going to end right here. Execution time like this. So yeah, that was pretty neat and dandy. I think that is pretty it. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you would like this Matrix style thing, on the next video, I'll actually post you guys a small little, I don't know, game making program that I'm just gonna have. So what I'm thinking is that I'm just gonna make a game called a hacking simulator. So the hacking simulator. I'll just give you a nice overview of what will it be like. I haven't actually started coding yet. So hacking simulator, storm, and if you see it, so this is gonna be a console type. Of course, it's gonna console type. But however, I have heard that like most of you are just fond of actually trying to do some hacking right here. Just trying to do some hacking. Yeah. So like you guys love to do hacking. Like, how do I hack it? Oh, it looks like so cool and amazing. So maybe let me just give you a nice overview of how hacking works. Now, I have actually done some hacking right here using a non-programmed tool of authorized of Backtrack 5 R3. I've done Backtrack 5 R3. And I have actually used Backtrack and also many other programs that I've cracked in, and I've maybe programmed myself using C language. That went pretty well using the server and socket program, have non-lethal viral programmed server, and I just hook into one's computer and just do all those fun stuff. But however, yeah, I've experienced hacking, and I've done hacking, and yeah, I'm clearly doing hacking for this recent present day. But not major offending hacking, just say okay, there's some virus on my computer or someone's computer. Well, maybe I should go and help them. How this payload got in? How is it hacking? Is it not? So yeah, I'm gonna just finding that. Not only bad stuff. Don't get wrong. I'm not a bad guy, but however, some of you guys have just maybe wonder how hacking works. So like, oh, I wish I could do that, even though I don't want to do all this like program stuff. Okay. So what I'm going to make is that I'm just going to actually make a very realistic hacking commands and also hacking tactics that I'll just actually post and tutorial and actually make a hacking simulator. Now the hacking simulator basically is going to have some like a console command, so it's gonna have some like dots right here, like this, or no, like this, and it's gonna say an input. So maybe I'll just make the codes as realistic as I can and the much more easiest commands that I can actually put in. And also the game should be maybe some kind of target. So if after I start the game, if I start game, after that, it's just going to actually give us a small little overview of my target. So it's going to be random. Okay, random target. That's going to identify someone. It's going to identify someone. Well, the one loves nets, specialized on security, on server networking security, and I don't know, maybe let's see, and the main objective. Now the main objective is to actually I don't know, retrieve data of, I don't know, test.txt. So I'm just gonna make it as like this, and that's a target, that's hacking targeting. So yeah, I've once done that and it was a lot of fun. So if some of my friends gather around and they just give me some kind of game thing, so like I say, oh yeah, I love something and I am really good at this. I'm really good at blocking you on specialized locations on my program. So yeah, be careful with that. And your main objective is to retrieve a data that I have actually implemented into. And I'll say go, and I mostly lost the game. I'm not a pretty fascinating hacker because they are much more skillful than me. But however, yeah, I used to actually play that. I actually like beat one guy for about only one time, only one or two times. So yeah, I'm not an excellent hacker, but however, I know how fun hacking is to be. So like, oh, it's going, it's penetrated. Oh god, no, it's not. Yeah. So it's pretty thrilling and very I don't know, very like you feel kind of like the pride of clear like the pride of how you do when you hack. So basically, on this example, this is you have to actually work on not to actually get close to server hacking. You should not do internet hacking because he is very fond of internet security. If you want to go to internet hacking, you must be actually the best hacker in the world. So maybe you should go offline or backdoor. I would say backdoor tactic. So backdoor tactic is to actually go implement and just plant a virus like a mine bomb. Plant a virus that if someone goes into that program, the virus can run, and they'll just send you all the I don't know, connection data, and I could just like implement the connection, and it'll just basically work everything. It's just gonna, the virus is gonna maybe give me passwords, give me all those stuff that I can't access into, key cards, passcodes, I don't know, any other thing. So yeah, that's gonna be random objectives, and if you like to actually support my hacking simulator, well, you could just comment me or like saying that, oh yeah, I like that idea. If you do not like it, well, you could say, yeah, I hate it. Try thinking of another one. So yeah, thank you for watching. This was some kind of cool schedule organizer, nice looking schedule organizer. So if you have some questions, please comment me, rate and subscribe, and thank you for watching. And I don't know, subscriptions are somewhere below here, I don't know. And I will see you later. Goodbye.